Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this video. My name is Ashylovell and today we are starting not only our first in the series of the Dudley Zoo, but also the first series on this channel. So this is a very exciting day, thank you so much for tuning in. There have been some technical issues with the filming of this video, so that is why you can see that the zoo is half complete already. For some reason it didn't record. I really could not be bothered to go back and rebuild the whole thing again. It was an absolute pain to do, but it's looking really good. I will go back and show you the zoo, the castle in the next episode, and have a proper look around it, and also look at how I built it. So what you can see now is I'm actually starting to build the reptile house at Dudley Zoo, which has this log finish inside and out. I'm not super happy about the way this turns out. I'm actually thinking about maybe starting from scratch using some of the Australian pieces, which have the probably more of the right colour log to them, rather than these pieces. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Should I start from scratch on this one? Should I change it up a little bit? Let me know what you think. I really would value what you guys think. Now I haven't been to this zoo for a while, so I am going off memory a little bit. And during everything that's going on in the world at the moment, I haven't been to the zoo, and I think this particular area is closed because it's an indoor area. So this is kind of going off memory a little bit, but there is like a U shape to it, so you kind of walk in and there's exhibits either side, and then you go around a corner and then you come to some more exhibits, but there's also a crocodile enclosure. The crocodile that is in the zoo I don't think is in game, so I am going to be going with the saltwater crocodile just because it's my favourite croc in the game. It just looks great, I think it looks amazing. So that's what you can see me building here, is that kind of like U-shape structure, to kind of get that feel to it. Now I probably should explain that I'm building this zoo slightly out of order, so I've started with the castle and not the entrance. So the reason for this is because obviously Dudley Zoo is, it's built around a castle, so it's on a hill, and I thought the easiest way of doing that would be to start with the actual castle as the centre point first, and then work my way down the hill. So the entrance will be in the next couple of episodes, probably start to be built then, because it's kind of below the reptile house. So we should get there in a few episodes or so and start from the entrance, and then we can kind of work out the rest of the zoo and kind of build out from there. But I just thought that was the most logical step because I had to build the hill up. But I'll show you all that in the next episode, and we can have a good look at it, and you can give me your thoughts and ideas on which way I take the zoo next. So that's really why it's being built out of order, really. As I said at the start of the video, I have had some technical difficulties with the recording of this video, and partway through building the reptile house, for some reason my machine decided it no longer wanted to play ball. It stopped recording. I had no idea this has happened, so that's all the recording I have of building the structure of the reptile house, and also starting to set up the crocodile exhibit. So I apologise about that. We will take a look around the building in the next episode. You'll see kind of throughout the rest of the video anyway, but we'll take a look around in the next episode. As I said, I'm not happy with the way this is turning out anyway, so the chances are I will start this particular part of the building from scratch. As I said, using the Australian pieces maybe, and kind of doing something more custom. So probably works out for the best really, but again, sorry for the technical issues. I am new to creating YouTube videos. This is the first real one I've done, so please bear with me, please be patient, and we'll get through this together, and hopefully in the next episode it'll run a lot smoother. I then decided that for this episode I was done with the saltwater crocodile exhibit, so I moved on to the small animal exhibits, putting in there some of the smaller critters, snakes and stuff like that in there. The kinds of things that you would see in a reptile house, because it's never just reptiles. It's, the zoos I've been to, they've always had, spiders, snails and stuff like that in there as well. But as you can see, the interior at the moment is looking really bland. It's looking quite boring, it's looking basic really. So if you have any ideas, any suggestions to how I can kind of liven the inside of this up a little bit, please leave them in the comments below. I really do want you to kind of be part of the process of building this zoo, and other series of zoos as well. Although this is a recreation of an actual zoo, I do want to add a bit of flair to it, and kind of my own spin on things, but I also want to include your things in there as well. So please leave your ideas and your suggestions in the comments below, and I'll try my best to incorporate them as I can. I did keep forgetting which windows were which on the exhibit, so you'll see when I put the facades on, I do kind of end up kind of closing the window on myself quite a few times, which is always a bit frustrating, but it's part of the fun. And then I realised at one point that you can have it so it's just the glass, and with the anacondas which are on the end before you turn into the saltwater crocodile section, I wanted it to look like it was one large tank, so I'll go back and I'll remove the facade and make it kind of see-through. The effect is kind of lost a little bit with the small windows, but as I say, I'm probably going to change it up a little bit and make it much more interesting than just having square holes in the walls. Obviously, Dudley Zoo is a local zoo in the Black Country area of the United Kingdom. So, for people who aren't from the UK or haven't been to Dudley Zoo, would people like me to do an overview of Dudley Zoo in one of my future videos? You know, we can kind of take a walk around it using Google Maps and see what the actual zoo looks like, and maybe talk about some of the things that I could include, or maybe how I would do things. You know, if that's something that might interest you, you know, let me know in the comments below, and we can definitely get, you know, something like that recorded for a future episode. I do wish that the Zoopedia and the animal and exhibit animal trading centres were more integrated, because I find it really frustrating to, you know, you find an animal on the list, you click on it, you want to know a bit more about it, you know, its kind of habitat, its biomes, you know, how many animals can it cope with, and you go to the Zoopedia and then you have to go back to the animal trading centre or the exhibit trading centre. And I do wish it was more integrated, so you could click on that, see what you need to see, and then, you know, if you want the animal, you can adopt it or you can purchase it. So I do wish there was a bit more integration sometimes with some of the systems, because, you know, back and forth scrolling for miles trying to find the animal you want can be a bit frustrating at times. But, you know, I do love this game, and I think, you know, it's a small frustration really. I do find the signage on the game very limiting, and it can be a little bit frustrating really. Again, it's a small frustration for me, but I do wish there was more signage options. These small boxes that you put in front of the exhibits, I've never really seen them in the zoo before. They've always been displays on the wall, or they've been integrated into the actual exhibit itself, or there's been something interactive. So, you know, I do wish you could use maybe like the TVs to link up with the exhibit animals. At the moment that's not possible. I didn't really realise that before. So, you know, yeah, I do wish there's more options, but again, like I say, it's a small frustration, and I suppose it's just up to, you know, using your own imagination really with what you've got on, you know, making it how you want it really. So I'll have to have a little think about how I want this to look. I have got some ideas, but I'll test them and see if they pan out first before I put them into the series. I do want to say at this point in the video that the part of the reason I decided to start with Dudley Zoo as my first zoo on the channel really is because, you know, it's my local zoo. It's a zoo I've grown up with, and in the UK we're now in a second national lockdown, and it's receiving no government support whatsoever. it's closed, so it's not getting any ticket sales, it's not getting any donations that you would get normally, and the zoo has said that they might have to lose some of the animals because of the situation that they're in. So I would like to ask people, if you would like to make a donation, there is a link in the description to a Just Giving page. So please feel free to make a donation, and also if you tick the box asking it to be gift aided, the government will match your donation. So you don't have to, but part of this series is about raising some much needed funds really for the zoo. So if you're feeling generous, click the link and donate, and thank you in advance if you do choose to support. It really means a lot. We are coming up to the end now of the first video in the series and the first video on the channel, so thank you so much for watching if you've got this far. As I've said, leave your ideas and your suggestions about the builds in the comments below, and also let me know what you think about the videos. Are they okay? Would you do something different with them? I really value your feedback, so please leave those in the comments below. The next episode will be out next Monday. So yep, like, comment and subscribe, it would really help the channel out. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.